A boy was happily showing his father his new invention. He removed the battery from a radio, connected some wires, and spun a fan in the air. Surprisingly, the radio started playing even without the battery. His father was astonished. William explained that it was the power of the wind. When the fan spins, it generates electricity. He said that if a larger fan were installed, it could generate even more electricity, enough to power a water pump and irrigate the fields, potentially ending the village's long-standing drought problem. His father's expression changed instantly upon hearing this. He asked how such a small toy could possibly end a drought. In a fit of anger, he stopped William's schooling, shoved him to the ground, and smashed the device he had built. William was deeply hurt. Tears welled up in his eyes. William was born in a small village in the African nation of Malawi. The local people relied entirely on farming, and their crops depended heavily on the weather. Sometimes it rained for months, while at other times prolonged drought struck. Hunger and poverty were part of daily life there. Very few people in the village had electricity, and an old radio was the only means of staying informed about the outside world. Despite this, his mother somehow managed to pay his initial school fees. William was overjoyed. Dressed in his new school uniform, he hugged his father and set off for school through the forest. On his first day, just as the principal was addressing the students, a heavy downpour began. Despite the rain, William's enthusiasm did not wane. However, after class, his physics teacher called him aside and told him that if the remaining fees were not paid soon, he would have to leave school. William was disheartened to hear this. Poverty stood as a barrier to his dreams, yet he did not give up and continued to study every night. Conditions were so dire that there wasn't even enough oil to light a lamp at home after dark. Due to these hardships, he scored only 65 marks in his first exam. To improve his studies, he would visit the scrapyard daily after school in search of useful items. After much searching, he found an old water pump and a discarded battery. Little did he know that these very items would eventually become a source of hope for the entire village. One day, as he was returning from the scrapyard with a friend, the principal was holding a meeting with the villagers. A tobacco company wanted to buy the village's remaining trees to use for drying tobacco. The principal refused, knowing these trees were vital for protecting the fields from future floods. Furthermore, the company was offering a pittance. William's father supported the principal, but desperate for money, the villagers agreed to the company's proposal. Dark clouds gathered, and the rumble of thunder signaled an approaching storm. Meanwhile, the company's machines began felling the trees. One by one, the trees crashed down, destroying the village's natural defense against floods. William watched it all in silence. That night, he spoke to his father about the school fees again. His father said the money would only come after the harvest was sold. Hearing this, all his hopes were shattered. To take his mind off things, he went with friends to the village's small cinema hall to listen to sports commentary. Suddenly, the radio battery died, and everyone turned to William. It was no trouble for him. He ran home, fetched his old battery, and soon the radio was playing again. Hearing the radio come back to life, the children began to see him as a hero. After the game ended, he was returning home with his friends when he saw his sister with the physics teacher. In that small village, such a thing was considered a very big deal at the time. That very day, William decided that when he grew up, he would become a physics teacher.